Howdy howdy, this is Crazy Grinding back again with an arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I'm going to cover round 1 results for the Symbiote Supreme and Hyperion arenas, then jump into some round 2 predictions. So first, the results. 2 out of the 3 were kind of as expected. The big surprise really is probably that 5-star Symbiote Supreme result all the way on the left there at 41 million. Given how the arenas have been climbing higher and higher, this was a big dip, so I don't know if there was just a little arena grinding fatigue or just not a lot of hype yet out of the Symbiote Supreme character, whatever the case may be. Just wasn't really driving up there. Even when we jump to the 4-star results of 13.6 million, that's a little bit lower than it has been, but not as significant of a drop compared to the 5-star feature arena. And then when we look at Hyperion, kind of very similar with that Archangel that we saw come across a couple months ago, right around this same number as a matter of fact. So kind of pretty close to kind of what was expected, at least for these last 2 arenas. So when I take a look at my cutoff predictions, kind of as just kind of I shared there, that first one, I think that was a big drop. I expected a drop, but not that significant a drop, thinking it might even go down to 50 million, but 40, that's a pretty significant drop given we were going over 60 million for the last couple champs. And then, but though, like I was saying for the 4-star feature champ, that was kind of right where we expected, as well as Hyperion, just everything there within the 5 to 10% kind of target. So what do we think about round 2? So taking a look at some trends, especially starting with the 5-star feature arena for new champs. Korg, Omega Red, Emma Frost, for the most part they were increasing except Emma Frost. I think that's 66 million, or sorry, that's 67 million, almost 68 million in the first round. Really scared folks away from that arena, knowing that Omega Red and Korg were just getting higher in the second round. So people just said, I'm out. And when that happens, and that happens from time to time, it's always like hindsight's 20/20. If we could ever time that one out, that's a very low number to get a 5-star feature Emma Frost. But you know, it's hard to say when those things are going to occur. And that last shard tier is right around 12 million cutoff. So is it worth putting that extra almost 10 million grind in just in case these rare occurrences? I don't know about that, but anyway, you can see for the most part there's usually a slight increase between round 1 and round 2 for the 5-star feature arenas. Then we take a look at the 4-star feature arena for new champs, and you can see kind of you know, varying. There's no consistent trend on this one. With Korg it went higher, with Omega Red it went lower, and then Emma it went lower. So but I will say Korg had the lower first round results, so maybe that's why it jumped, kind of thing. And so I think that's the only close parallel we can take, but be quite honest with you, with just looking at these couple data points, there's not a lot of consistent trends being seen there. But if we're gonna connect one, the closer one probably would be Korg with that lower 13.7, almost the same as that 13.6 million cutoff that we saw for the Symbiote Supreme. Now with Hyperion, you can see with MCOC there was a jump from 2.7 to 3 million, but then with Archangel it went from 2.9 to 2.5, and then with Sentinel it went from 2.4 to 2.4, so it kind of hung around that same area. And I said earlier that Archangel matched exactly, and it was more that MCOC matched. You can see again here MCOC jumped between round 1 and round 2, whereas Archangel actually fell. Now I do think Archangel, he was showing up a little bit more often in the arenas compared to Hyperion. But that wasn't the case with MCOC because he was just right around similar to Archangel. So it's hard to say. Again, there's not a lot of just these data points, a clear trend popping out. If I'm going to associate one, it might be that MCOC number 2.7 to that next increase, because that exactly is around that same number. And then of course with the 3-star feature arena, always round 2 is lower than round 1. These days we're talking about a 1.1, 1.2 million cutoff. So considering these trends, maybe or lack thereof trends, but just some data points to help me kind of figure out what my round 2 predictions are. Here's what I'm thinking for the veterans bracket, meaning your account's been open for over 61 days. I think we are going to see a jump for Symbiote Supreme from that 41 to 49 million, maybe almost 50 million for that second round cutoff. I think for the 4-star feature arena, you're going to look at that slight increase to 14.3 million. Similar with Hyperion, you're going to see a slight increase from that 2.7 to 3 million. And lastly, with that 3-star feature Symbiote Supreme, I think you're looking at 1.1 million. Now that, from a grind target perspective, just in case these are off a bit and lower than what the results look, I'd always kind of like to get a little bit higher just to give yourself some cushion. Go to 53 million for that 5-star feature Symbiote Supreme, 14.6 for the 4-star feature, 3.3 for the 4-star basic Hyperion champ. Go to 1.2 million for that 3-star feature Symbiote Supreme. Now when it comes to the lower brackets, beginner or intermediate, here are my thoughts. These are just some really rough numbers. I have even less data points to kind of base these off of, but I do like to kind of give a rough ballpark figure for folks to go after. And for the beginner's bracket, meaning as the name would imply, meaning your account's pretty much brand new all the way up to 30 days, you're looking at 3-star features, Symbiote Supreme going around 240, 250,000. The 4-star basic Hyperion 1 million. The 4-star feature 1.1 million. Now the intermediate bracket, meaning your account's been open 31 to 60 days. For the 3-star feature, you're looking around 525,000. 4-star basic, probably even closer to 1 million than this 900. And the 4-star feature 1.5, something in that neighborhood. Anyway, these are some really rough approximations, not really even estimates. I call them that just because there's not a lot of tough or actual data to base these off of, so keep that in mind. These are just very rough ballparks. But anyway, these are my thoughts for round 2 predictions for these arenas, for the Symbiote Supreme and Hyperion arenas. Would love to hear what you think. Throw it on down in the comment section. We can talk them there, especially if you have any questions. We can discuss them there as well. Other than that, thanks a lot for stopping by, and if you like this video, we really appreciate if you click that thumbs up button. If you like this and other videos, and you haven't subscribed yet, really appreciate it if you did. Thanks a lot and have a good day.